it's already a privilege getting to talk to a girl, but these guys take things to a whole nother level because they are living with not just one, but a bunch of them. Say hello to the top 10 romance anime where one guy gets to live with many girls. Let's go! Number 10, Chained Soldier.
私だってこんなことになるとは思わなかった。周期どもが奴隷の時は豚肉を与える程度で済んだんだ。
どういうことですか?
Starting off our list is a guy who's so lucky even his creators might be jealous of him. In this world, there was another dimension called Mato that had these beings called Shuki. Women were given powers through things called peaches, and when our boy was saved by one of the demon defense force members, he became her slave.
あんたはこの東ひまりの奴隷になることが決定したわ。
なんでだよ!
Hey, now this is a series where I wouldn't mind being a slave because when a woman absorbs our boy's powers, they have to pay him by doing some pervy stuff. I see you, other person behind the screen. Anyone would love to be him. And best of all, he can be used by almost any woman. The animation is pretty good and you'll be surprised that the fight scenes are hype as hell. To top it all off, we get this extra spicy fan service that I know you want the most. Number 9, Girlfriend Girlfriend.
ちょっとだけそっちに行ってもいいですか?
渚
水瀬さん
速攻やる気かビッチなの渚イズビッチなの
If it has the same word in the title twice, you already know it's a harem. Our boy, Naoya, confessed to his childhood friend and he finally got a girlfriend. But it's not called Girlfriend Girlfriend for nothing because more and more girls start coming into his life. And just like the chat he is, instead of rejecting them, he makes them his girlfriends too.
俺がサキさんのスマホの検索履歴見ちゃったんだ!
Naoya here is Kazuya from Rent-A-Girlfriend if he actually tapped into his full potential and didn't become complete trash. I mean, he managed to build this harem legally, but looking at the entire series though, it has everything you would expect from a harem. But what might surprise you is that even though some of you might have not heard of it, it's actually getting a second season, proving that it is good. Number 8, Love Hina.
15年前のあの日の約束ついに果たす日がやってきたんだ
話しかけないでよ
To all the OG degenerates that watch this that already have 9 to 5 jobs, I salute you. This was one of the earliest harem series to ever become popular. Our boy Kaitaro made a promise to a certain girl to meet up again at Tokyo University. But when he didn't pass, he had to stay at his grandma's all-girl dormitory and become its manager. Even though Love Hina definitely has that early 2000s vibe, it still packs a punch when you compare it to other harem anime of this era. It's simple, funny, and really entertaining too. There's even this added bonus of drama in it, which even in small amounts is pretty rare in this genre. Also, if you love violence, this series might be for you because the MC might have 70 concussions after the series ended. Just try it out and see if it's for you. Number 7, Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs.
Come on さどの道私には不相応な衣装だったしな
そうか割と似合ってて可愛いと思ったけどな
If ghosts were this pretty, I'd definitely be the one to go to the haunted house. No questions asked. You see, this was the same thing our boy Fuyuzora had in mind. But instead of knowing that there were pretty ghosts living here, it's just because he's broke. After realizing it was haunted and all of the residents have supernatural abilities, his entire life is going to turn upside down.
幽霊なのに料理までできるのか
いただきます
Ecchi? Check. Fan service? Check. Harem? Double check. This series practically has everything a weeb like you with too many hormones could possibly want. Every girl trope in harem is here, so there's always something for everyone. May it be a tsundere, the kind girl, the clumsy girl, and everything in between. It isn't even cringe because it's from the first episode. The series already knows its audience and what it really is. Number 6, Invaders of the Rokujima.
さとみくん
お願いしますどうか俺と一緒に これに出てください。
I think most harem MCs just don't have any money because this one is broke again. You see, Kotaru moves into a cheap apartment when they relocate, but everything changes when he goes into a cave. At night, that's when a bunch of girls appear in his room out of nowhere, and all of them say that they own his room, but Kotaru ain't a pushover, so he struggles to keep his red sheep.
あれは難しいよな。雑で短気なお前には。
運動神経だけが取り柄のバカ家臣が。
おうおう、ほざきほざき。
This series is totally insane. I don't know what the creators were on when creating it, but not everything's adding up, and I love it. One girl's a ghost, the other is a magical girl, and there is even an alien princess and a direct descendant of the Earth people. You can obviously tell this is a parody anime, and they did a pretty good job at making it not boring. Number 5, is this a zombie?
今日は目玉でいいか？
はい、くり抜けというのなら今すぐにでも。
目玉焼きでいいかって聞いてるんだ。
最初からそう言ってください。紛らわしい。
If you were murdered when investigating a suspicious house and then got revived by a necromancer, what would your answer to the title be? Oh, yeah, duh, because that's exactly what happened to our boy Ayumu. He became a zombie, and since he was now immortal, he's on the hunt to get some good old revenge. But things get even crazier when he meets a girl named Haruna.
大丈夫、相川くん。
大丈夫大丈夫。いやほれ、俺ちょっと暑いの苦手。
Oddly enough, this series was actually entertaining, and each episode was surprisingly worth watching. I was immediately sucked into the plot, trying to figure out who this guy's killer could be. As for the animation, Studio Dean did a pretty decent job on this one, and they weren't slacking off at all. It's pretty funny too from the first episode alone, which is a huge plus. Oh, and did I forget to say that the guy has an entire magical girl transformation scene with a panty shot? Yeah. Number 4, Monster Musume.
マチーシャの世話になる気はない。
ずいぶん強気ですね。スカディ様に置いていかれた時は捨てられた子犬のような顔をしていました
聞こえているぞ、サーフェンティット殿。
Not into zombies? Well, fine. Want a lot of tentacles? Okay. Are you into slime girls? Now things are getting weird, but don't you worry because it's the same with our boy Kimihito, who lived a pretty normal life until a lot of pretty monster girls just barged right in. Still, because of the Interspecies Exchange Act, doing some sus things in bed is a big no-no. Well, if there's a will, there's a way, and Kimihito might just find one.
ルレン先生、今頃どこかで浮気してはったりしてな。
If you don't want an ecchi harem monster girl anime, then just move on to this entry, because if it wasn't obvious by now, it's exactly that. There's no dramatic plot, nor is there gonna be some insane character development. It's just cute monster girls doing cute monster girls, and I like every second of it. Maybe a bit too much. Number 3, Mother of the Goddess Dormitory.
よくわかんないけど、直せるならお願いします。心得た。
This is basically Love Hina if it was made in 2021. It's pretty simple actually. Nagumo was abandoned at 12 years old and he was picked up and adopted by a woman named Minoru. He became the official dormitory mother of an all-female dormitory, and from there, he has to take care of the dorm's residents. And it's going to be either heaven or hell for this one.
コウシ君こっちこっち。コウシ君もここ座って食べないよ。はい。
You know, I wouldn't mind running into an entire dormitory full of crazy girls if they were this cute. As always, it has ecchi fan service, and if you're into shotacons, which is a complete red flag, it has that too. It has everything, including short-haired tomboy and some juggling melons. There's not a lot else to mention here other than it's good entertainment to watch without using your brain. Just watch it, and you'll know what I mean. Number 2, Temple.
付き合ってください。
かわいい。
そして結婚してください。そして今すぐ初夜を。
初夜。
そして子供を。どんどん子供を。
If you're sick of dormitories, then say hello to this one because we're going straight into a temple. You see, Akamitsu's bloodline was known for being complete playboys, and they usually fall in love at first sight. That's why, to counteract this curse, our boy goes to a temple, but it wasn't all clear because the people who run it were pretty girls, and to make things worse, his father had millions of debt from them.
つくよさん、 今日は特別お綺麗ですね。こんな美人に付き合っていただくのはなんだか緊張します。
While other harem anime try their best to get laid, this man does his best to stay holy. Gotta give him some respect for that. It's just a classic. It sticks to its root. It doesn't go overboard and it just hits the spot. It's pretty lighthearted too. We don't get a lot of shows like this nowadays because it actually has some pretty decent character writing. Number 1, Cafe Terrace and its goddesses.
隼人君も店長らしくなったなと思って。
なんだいきなり。
私は一人でも大丈夫だから心配しないで。
そうか。
お困りのようね。
What's better than living with a bunch of girls at the same time? Some good food. Hayato's grandmother passed away, and he was set to inherit her cafe. First, he planned to convert it into a parking lot, but that all changed when he found out that his grandmother actually took in 5 girls, and none of them want Hayato to destroy the cafe.
お前の生活くらい俺が面倒見てやるから安心しろ。
Hell, if they did that to me, I'd immediately fold, so it's understandable. I want you to watch this series with not a lot of expectations because it'll blow your mind with how good it is. And it's pretty realistic too because the MC is not some neat. He's actually pretty attractive. The story's solid and that's why it even has a second season. Taking everything into account, there is no doubt that this series is number 1 in our list of the top 10 romance anime where one guy gets to live with many girls.